Hello, I'm Lauren Green, and you're in the strategy room. After facing some pushback from the NRA over his suggestion that people at the Orlando club targeted in the June 12th terror attack should have been armed, Republican presumptive nominee Donald Trump clarified Monday he was only talking about security guards and club employees. Trump tried to set the record straight on Twitter after two top NRA officials said Sunday that clubgoers who are drinking should not have firearms. And here with analysis are Democratic strategist Basil Smikle Jr. and columnist for the Fiscal Times, Liz Peek. Welcome to you both.
Thank you.
Liz, what do you make of Trump's sort of readjustment and clarification?
I want to be the Trump whisperer who translates all the stuff that he gets wrong the first time. Look, this is another self-inflicted wound on the heels of a number of other goofs of this campaign, and for Trump to end up even more stringent more lax on gun control of the NRA is a pretty extraordinary position to find himself. Yeah. Obviously, that isn't what he said. What he said was people should be armed. And, it's another data point, as occurred on the abortion issue, where he hasn't really done his homework. He doesn't really know what orthodoxy is. Now, maybe that's not important, but unfortunately, when you stray too far from sort of established positions that people have taken who have really studied issues, it shows you haven't studied the issue, and this is one more data point. So I have to say, I think Republicans are just aghast at how badly everything has gone for the last 2 or 3 weeks. Maybe he'll straighten it out. He's just fired his campaign manager. Maybe he'll begin to get some order in this camp. We'll see.
Basil, he has changed his view on guns and gun control over the last few weeks. But how does that help or hurt him, and who does it help or hurt the most? I mean, in this situation, like Liz says, this kind of shows he hasn't done his homework.
Well, and that's correct. But the question is, does he really care to? Here's a businessman who has historically operated on his own. He's not used to being constrained. He is the one that calls the shots. In firing one of his campaign managers today, I guess, maybe there is some more order. But the truth is, accountability and transparency just don't seem to be in his DNA with respect to electoral politics. And so I think you'll see this over and over and over again with a lot more issues, which feeds into this notion or this narrative that certainly the Democrats are going to push and Hillary Clinton's going to push, that he's not trustworthy, he's unstable, and not fit for office.
Right. Let's get to that point that he fired Lewandowski.
Yeah.
Is this damage control? Does the NRA goof strong enough, or is it just the proverbial camel's back?
We've heard for weeks that there are tensions in the camp. Paul Manafort versus Corey Lewandowski, who now is the one who's been fired. It's hard to know what's going on inside this campaign because it is so rough and tumble and sort of disorganized, apparently. But I think that Trump, unfortunately, has a tendency to blame others when things do not go well. He has stepped in it several times, let's face it. And, with the Mexican judge issue, which basically took away any conversation of the terrible low number of jobs created in the month of May, and then other things since. I mean, he really has sort of hurt himself badly. And my guess is he's striking out, trying to find someone to blame for all this. Look, I'm a Republican. I think it's incredibly important that we don't have Hillary Clinton, a.k.a. 4 more years of Barack Obama. But the truth is, this is a very worrisome development.
And Basil, I have to say, does this smell good seem good for Hillary Clinton?
Well, sure it does. It definitely does.
That was the gift that kept on giving.
Yes, and I would say just operationally, he has no campaign staff. He's not really raising a lot of money. So there isn't an operation that is going to manage Donald Trump or his message, and certainly not going to be able to do that in the key states as we get closer and closer to this general election. And that, one thing for him to be, at a podium in front of a crowd of people, it's another thing when you operationalize that in the states among voters. And so that's where I think the real challenge is going to be going forward.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of politicians out there from the state level down to, the community level that need his help as well.
Yeah, it's true.
All right. Thank you so much, Liz and Basil, for being here. And for complete coverage of the 2016 election, go to foxnews.com. I'm Lauren Green, and thanks for watching.